Hey guys, it's Lion here with HobbiesofaMan once again, and today we're going to be doing another comic book issue review. Today we're going to be looking at issue number 8 of Thundercats with the same team as always. We have Declan Shelby, Drew Moss as the artist, Marina Pignedoli, and Jeff Eckelberry as the colorist and letterer. And this is basically, I would say that this is Tigra slash Snarf's chapter in the story, right? Basically, the way it's worked is that after the initial drop in and kind of setting up of the world, we've been focusing on each character as we get through some of the storytelling that happens to coincide with Chitara's series, and hopefully I think that means that after this bit of storytelling finishes, we'll finally get to fight Moonra and do cool awesome stuff, right? A lot of this is still development and setting up and stuff like that, and you know, you can compare that and contrast that with you know, Transformers and how they're doing stuff. You could argue that Transformers is probably moving a lot faster than Thundercats, but at the same time, you know, Transformers is a series that is, I would consider it to be a lot more well-known than Thundercats by modern audiences, right? Everyone has seen the Transformers movies, even if most people don't like them. Transformers is constantly in the zeitgeist, right? We constantly hear and know and understand Transformers, whereas Thundercats hasn't really been in the zeitgeist for at least 10 years, right? Since the last Thundercats TV show, right? So it makes sense that this is a bit slower, but I understand if it might come off a bit kind of concerning for people, right? Especially if you're reading it month to month and you're buying these issues, you know, paying $4 or $5 for each issue as it's coming out, and then it's not really feeling all that awesome, could be a bit of an issue. But this is Tigra's chapter, like I said, and Tigra is basically completely healed at this point, and he's working on creating the Thundercat space, right? The awesome, you know, Thundercat head onto the mountain kind of face from the cartoons, and he's doing this by salvaging their ship for parts, right? He's turning the ship that they crash landed on into the metal framework around the mountain that they're at in order to create this this base, right? The Wiley kids here are helping him, and Panthro steps in to chide Tigra for not waiting until he's completely healed, right? Because he's almost there, but not quite. And then also to help him build this stuff, because between Tigra and Panthro, they're basically the smart guys in the group, right? And so this is really, really good there. Tigra opens up this special time/space door by accident. He falls into the past and he encounters this mysterious character who I'm pretty sure is supposed to be called Apex and is going to have a special one-shot in December, if I remember correctly. So, you know, if you want to know more about them, it'll be explained there, although I'm pretty sure that we can kind of understand who it's supposed to be from context clues that the series has already provided us, but I don't have enough knowledge of the characters to really say that that's true. But my understanding, at least from some supplemental material that I've seen, is that we should know who this character is. And maybe, you know, you could say it's Yaga, but I'm not really sure if that's true or not, right? So don't really mind me. I don't have any theories here, right? But this mysterious character is met by Tigra, and Tigra then meets with Claudius and Snarf. And this actually is a bit similar to the beginning of Snarf's intro at the beginning of the story here, where we get to see that Snarf was hidden in the special room that had all of the treasures of Thundera, right? And so this flashes back to Snarf's introduction. We get to see that Apex and Claudius are fighting. Tigra steps in. Then we get a flashback to the beginning of the series, beyond the beginning of the series, actually far behind, when the Thundercats took all of the prisoners from the mutant war that they had and sent them to Third Earth as a penal colony. And so that's where we get to see all of these populations of mutants showing up in the series. This is supposed to be an unpopulated world, but it's actually a penal colony, right? It's basically like if England had a fight with Spain, and then they had a bunch of Spanish prisoners, and then they sent them to Australia. And then England explodes, and the British go down to Australia, and then they're like, oh shit, why the hell are there Spanish people here fighting us, right? Like, that's basically the concept. And I think this is pretty cool. It's interesting because Third Earth is supposed to be this trash place, this penal colony, and now it is the hope for Thundera, for the future of the Thundercats, and for the future of their species, right? For the future of the cat people, humanity, or whatever they are. And it's pretty interesting because it shows us that the Thundercats, like the characters that we know, are probably good, right? They are heroes, but they have this legacy of problems associated with them, and I hope that they grow beyond that, right? I think that'll be really, really cool. It'll be good storytelling there. So yeah, then we get to see that Mumra gets some sort of power up or something. Something happens. He gains something, but I'm not really sure what it was. I can't remember the details at this point. It's been a few weeks since I read this, and I wasn't sure when I read it anyways, right? I think it might have been something to do with the jewel in the center of the Sword of Omens, or it could have been something else. I can't really remember. It's pretty unclear what happened there, in my opinion. Tigra comes back to the modern moment in time, and we get to see that the mutants are attacking, and overall it's pretty cool. The ending was really exciting, so I'm very happy about that. It actually mirrors the ending of the latest Chitara book that was on, that came out at the same time as this Thundercats issue. So I like that. I think it's pretty cool how that worked, and I appreciate that there was some sort of synergy where both Thundercats series are having the same thing happen to them in different times on their own scale, right, on their own timeline. So I think that was cool. So overall, this is a pretty good issue. I liked it. I do have some slight issues with the way the storytelling is unfolding. I think it's going a bit slow for my taste. Not so slow that it's concerning, but slow enough that I'm kind of getting to the point where I kind of want something to happen and a lot of stuff to pay off before it's too late, because I might want to drop this if it continues to not be that exciting. Maybe it's time for me to switch over to trade waiting, right? And with Dynamite, I don't think that's good, because Dynamite trades are always so expensive and they're rarely worth it, if that makes sense. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah, there you go. That's it for Thundercats number 8. Let me know what you thought down below, and thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys later.